Welcome, citizen. I am your host, Venerati, and today I will be covering the North American Weekly number 4, and we are going to be watching the Diamond Series winners right here. This was the pick of the winner of the Diamond bracket, and we see not Browser, Bowser, if you'd watch the live stream. I called him Browser. It looks really close to it. But either way, he will be spawning as the Blue Protoss, and we're going to see F Phoenix going and spawning as the Red Protoss. And of course, we are on Steps of War. Now, before we get started off, and while the players are trying to warm those dead carcasses up as the beginning of the game are not exactly throwing as we go, oh yes, look at that pylon, riveting. No, not really, but we are on Steps of War. Steps of War offering a unique situation here, as this does have the shortest rush distance of any Blizzard map. I do believe, could be wrong. If I am, please feel free to correct me. But what we're going to see here is three things. You've got the metagame going on to where the fact you really feel like you have to worry about a rush or something of that nature if you don't scout. Of course, this is why scouting is so important, as we do see this actually going on right here. Bowser was the first to scout and met F Phoenix's probe out there right at his ramp, and of course Bowser is going to be tasing the crap out of this pylon, not happy that it's there, going to try to be sniping it, but of course it's going to take oh so long, and long enough for F Phoenix to respond to that by sending out his own. Now Bowser, not choosing to wall off, will be doing it over here. Odd placement, whatever, it works, but it's definitely some oddball placement. Of course, we do see F Phoenix grabbing a assimilator there, just finishing up, so kind of early gas. Probably going to be looking to get an early warp gate technology. So the warp gate technology really nullifying any sort of rush distance period. So if this had been, Metalopolis and they'd spawned on opposite ends of the map, it would have really paid off in the end. As we do see actually a Cybernetics core going down right before Bowser drops his own. But Bowser doing it big right here. Will be grabbing two assimilators while trying to simultaneously fend off F Phoenix's scouting probe. But of course, F Phoenix going to be seeing that both these gases are going to be going down, and not to be outdone, of course, he is going to throw down his own gas. Now, this is both of this, the fact of these assimilators going down like this would lead me to believe like we're going to see some early tech, as it's not really necessary for a 4-gate to get the assimilators that early. But, hey, whatever. This is how these guys are going to be rolling. And once again, we just have the pros really playing tag in both of the bases, as both players are simultaneously harassing one another with those probes. And we do have Bowser actually queuing up that Zealot and getting it out there. Now, I actually streamed a couple of these games, and we saw Bowser put some really early pressure on another player, Kakashosho. Well, actually, I take that back. Kakashosho put some early pressure on Bowser, but Bowser did a good job of flipping it on his head. But Bowser, of course, not wanting to get any sort of early rush in there without a unit, goes ahead and keeps that Zealot posted on that ramp right there. And we do see a third gateway coming in for F Phoenix. So F Phoenix, of course, looking like he's going to be getting the 4-gate, probably going to be getting the push, as he's not actually chrono boosting out his cybernetics. Not so sure about that, but of course the Stalker is going to be thoroughly pleased to dispatch this probe, as it has been quite the thorn in the side as far as keeping the little base secrets. But interesting enough, we do have Bowser chrono boosting out his warp gate technology, but he is getting a robotics facility. This robotics facility is going to be the first divergence that we've seen them take in this game, as we do have the 4th gateway finishing up for F Phoenix. And if we do see Immortals coming out here, well, we do want to see an Immortal coming out here, but wait a second, Bowser was supply locking himself there, so not the place you want to find yourself, as Bowser, this is the first supply lock of the game for himself. I do believe we are going to see quite a few later on. I will make notations of that as we go on. You're probably going to want to stab me after all the times that I do actually say that, but whatever. And we actually see a robotics bay coming down for Bowser. So Bowser looking to probably be getting a Colossi or two out there before F Phoenix does. F Phoenix, of course, warping in some units, warping in his own robotics facility. And this pylon's coming down here. I don't know if he's going to be throwing out a forge or something like that to try to offer a wall in and throw down his for his natural. And yes, exactly, we do see his natural being thrown down there. So Bowser still one-basing it right now. Has an Immortal out. These Immortals will be very effective against the Stalker-heavy build that we're seeing from the F Phoenix. Actually, it's pretty equal Stalker Sentry build with a token Zealot. Just, you know, why not, I guess. And right now we see Bowser massing up on his ramp right here. A very Zealot heavy that, of course, the Immortal going to be able to do more than enough damage in the background. But we do see a couple of units from F Phoenix walking up here, choosing the Stalkers to bring them out there as they are the fastest of the Gateway units. Of course, they are going to be able to run away and not be chased down. If those had been Zealots and Bowser had a lot of Stalkers, it could have been the other way around, as we do actually see a Colossi coming out here for Bowser. Bowser one-basing Colossi, that's pretty risky shit right there, because that Colossi are very, very, very expensive. I do believe they are 300, 200. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, they are 300, 200. And without that second base to support yourself with, you're really going to have to throttle back on the Gateway units, as we haven't seen any of the Gateway units come out. Ah, there we go. We saw one come out there for Bowser. But, of course, wait. Bowser is supply locked. Yes, yes. This is going to be a reoccurring theme for today. So prepare yourself. That's all I'm going to have to say about that. And we do see Thermal Lance coming out there. So this crucial upgrade coming out for Bowser, as this is going to make all the difference in the world, as that range is really just going to really do him well. And F Phoenix, of course, finishing up his natural there, but not choosing to have his harvesters deploy there immediately. They're kind of hanging out there and taking a smoke break, basically. So looks like Bowser is going to be moving out here with his nice mix of units, but leaving the Colossus behind. Not really sure why he's doing that, as that is going to be the highest DPS unit he pretty much has. And so right now, we do see Bowser moving up here and getting caught in a really bad force field right here, sticking all of these units in a place they don't want to be. We do see the Zealot right there being blasted by that Immortal. Of course, this Colossus showing up here, I believe it's a little bit too late, as this Colossus is going to be in a dangerous position, as he is going to be too slow to run away from this Stalker-heavy army. And we do see the Zealots, of course, chewing on the back of F Phoenix's army, as that was not a position that Bowser wanted to find himself in. Bowser getting stuck by that nice force field. So F Phoenix showing his micro capabilities in the fact that he can utilize his sentries. As the sentries are just great units to have on the field for battlefield manipulation. We do see a second Colossi being chrono boosted out for... Oh, and wait, what is this? F Phoenix is caught himself in a supply lock. Well, not a full supply lock, as he is one short of being able to build the Colossi, as the Colossi is actually 6 psi, so really not where you want to be. And what do we have? This actually Bowser having to fend off F Phoenix's Stalkers right there. Of course, that Colossi having more than enough range and having more than enough vision, but what is this? We have the Observer Planet up here, so of course F Phoenix more than able to see Bowser's units. Now, Bowser, having finished up his natural, has populated it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the income tab right now. So Bowser, you know, he's behind just a little bit right here, but pretty even, as we're seeing more Vespene coming in for F Phoenix and Bowser. So back to the Productions tab. Yes, we do see 2 Colossus coming in there for F Phoenix, and of course the Chrono Boost sitting there running over, and only 1 coming out for Bowser. So Bowser only has the 1 robotics facility, not going to be able to crank out as much in the way of units. So we're probably going to see a heavier gateway composition from Bowser versus F Phoenix. Of course, F Phoenix right now in a very good position to create quite the herd of Colossus. I don't know what we really want to call them. Actually, we call them a murder of Colossus, because that's exactly what they do. Is we'll just model it after crows, because these guys will lay down some hate in a hurry. Of course, Bowser just kind of sitting up here chilling. He did bring up his Observer and was able to kill that Observer that was loitering over his own base. So we do actually see. Let's take a look at the units tab. We see 2 Colossi for Bowser versus 3 coming for F Phoenix. F Phoenix, of course, seeing that this pylon is here, stopping the construction of his Nexus, going to be deploying the Hate Squad, and will be destroying that